Bonsoir. Good evening. I'm Bertrand Buchwalter. I am the director of the French Institute in the United Kingdom, and I am delighted to welcome you for this special event online. We are thrilled to launch the live reading of Alexandra Badea's play, À la trace, After Her, a play that has been translated by Simon Scardefield and directed by Alice Malin, former associate director at Actors Touring Company. This play has been selected in the framework of Cross-Channel Theatre and by Arsena Contexto. Cross-Channel Theatre is an initiative of the Institut Français in the United Kingdom. Together with our reading committee, we collect texts from contemporary French playwrights, we support their translation in English, and then present them in the form of directed readings. Our objective is threefold: to promote new French playwrights in the UK, to emphasize the diversity of French contemporary writing, and to create the most favorable conditions for bringing the awarded plays on British stages. Since the creation of this program in 2014, we have supported 23 plays. And we are very proud to work with major French and British institutions. In France, we are working with La Chartreuse de Villeneuve-les-Avignon, les Francophonies à Limoges, le Théâtre Ouvert, France Culture, RFI et la CACD. Very pleased tonight as well because Alexandra Badea is with us. Alexandra is a French and Romanian writer, director, and producer. She's published by L'Arche Éditeur and represented in the UK by International Performing Rights Ltd. A play, Pulvérisé, which was translated in English as Pulverized, has been awarded with the Grand Prix de la littérature dramatique in 2013 in France. And it has been played in many, many countries, including in France and in the UK. After Her, the play that we will watch tonight, we will watch the live reading of After Her. This play was premiered in France at the Théâtre National de Strasbourg and presented at the Théâtre de la Colline in 2018. And this play is premiered in the UK tonight. Before leaving the stage to Alexandra, I would also like to thank all our partners, the Institut Français, our main partner on Cross-Channel Theatre, and specifically for this event, Arcola Theatre, International Performing Rights Ltd, and CC Liechtenstein. Dear Alexandra, it was very important for us that you could be present tonight, that you could attend this live reading tonight. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. It is really a pleasure to welcome you this evening. I know that you are presently immersed in the rehearsal of a trilogy with actors in Aubusson, in the very heart of France. And we are very grateful to you that you are taking time from this intense work to join us tonight. At the Institut Français, we will continue to support with passion theatre and performing arts. We can't wait for the theatres to reopen. And we can't wait to see the actors on stage, but we are very happy that in the meantime, we are able to bring them online and to bring them for you, for our dear audience tonight. I would like to thank Alice Malin. I would like to thank Simon Scardefield and the actors tonight, Kirsty Bushell, Kate Fahey, Wendy Quay, and Leah Minto. And remember, there will be a replay on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you very much. And dear Alexandra, without further ado, I give you the floor. Thank you and enjoy this live reading. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this introduction. I am very glad to be here with you tonight. And I'm very glad to be involved in this project. I'm very glad to have the opportunity to talk with you, even if we are very, very far from each other. I think that this play is quite a play for a Zoom event, because it's a play that happens in a lot of places in the world. So it will be an occasion for us to travel now in our times when we can't travel anymore. And it's also a play where there are a lot of scenes happening on internet via webcams and via Skype. At that moment, Zoom didn't exist. So it's a play that I wrote several years ago. And when Simon Scarfeld told me about this project of translation, and we exchanged a little bit together, he told me the first sentence that he told me was, "I want to do a British play from your play. Are you agree?" And I was agree because I agreed, because I think that it's important that the plays are surrounding differently from a space to another. So the play, it's adapted at the British context. There are names of streets that are different from France. And I'm very happy to be with you tonight and to hear this reading. And I hope that one day I will be able to see this play in the UK on a stage and to exchange with the UK audience. I had the experience to do this when Pulverized was staged in London several years ago, and it's a very nice moment for me. So now I will give the floor to this wonderful team, and I thank you for all this work, and I hope that this play will make you dream a little bit.
That first evening, I watched you from a distance. I sat outside the bar opposite to watch your body undulating to a rhythm I couldn't hear. Tight-laced dress, high heels, gold rings. I don't dare approach you. You left at about 2 a.m. I followed you at a distance. I picked up traces of your perfume like a hunting dog. Lily of the Valley. The smell of my childhood. You went into 123 Berwick Street, down a long corridor, and disappeared. I stayed outside. A light went on in a first floor window, and I watched you take off your makeup in a neon light. The next day, I was outside your flat at 8 o'clock, chain drinking coffees in a cafe opposite. 2 hours later, you came out. Your face was different. No makeup, no mascara, flat shoes, jeans and a big sweater. You stopped at a school, and you spent your day surrounded by children. I watched you laughing, running, telling stories, and suddenly all that anxiety that comes back whenever I go near a school vanished like smoke. And the next evening, I met you in your bar. I don't dare go in. Your name's glowing up on the poster. I say it softly to myself. I like it. I swallow my fear and I sit at the bar. I have 2 vodkas in a row. I'm not used to it. You come on stage. You sing with your eyes closed. The room's empty. There are 3 lost souls drinking beer off in a corner, and I'm at the bar watching you. You open your eyes, and suddenly we're looking at each other. I've never seen such sadness in someone's eyes. You come up to the bar. You order a mojito.
What are you having?
Me?
Yes, it's on me.
A vodka. I notice a beauty spot on your neck. I want to touch it. You hold out your hand.
Anna.
Clara.
I like the name Clara.
Thanks.
Why thanks? It's your mother we should be thanking.
I try not to look at you for too long. You wander off to say hello to the three men. You stay at the table for a while. I hate hearing you joke with them. You come back to see me with the slightly embarrassed smile.
My audience, they come to hear me every night. Nice guys, all single. The beer's cheap here, so it's like the HQ. Everyone's got their story, their past. I don't mind. I put my best dresses on and I sing for anyone who wants to listen. Sometimes I can tell it's resonating. You heal people's wounds. That's how you keep going.
You have children.
No.
Never had children.
No. Well, yes, but no.
Your words hit me with the force of a blow. Have you or haven't you?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I was pregnant once. I lost the baby. I love that man. He was in the army. He'd suddenly disappear on special assignments. Then he'd be back, then gone again. And every time he went, my heart would stop. I was afraid he'd die one day and there'd be nothing of us left behind. I needed to make my love concrete, make it alive, recreate it in another body. The child came, but he didn't stay long. His heart stopped in the 6th month. They took him out of me. I never saw him. But I understood something about myself. I wasn't a mother. One day I wanted a child. It was a passing thing. But then the child refused life. He left. We never found each other. Simple as that. Since then, I've never felt the need to make a new life. Give life, yes. I do that every day. Singing, playing with the kids at the school, having a drink with strangers like you. How many mothers get pregnant to make up for some emptiness in their lives? There's a tribe in Southeast Asia, and when a woman wants a child, all the men make love to her. The child belongs to the community. Everyone protects it. That's my tribe. I was just born in the wrong place.
You stop talking. Your eyes are shining. You order a drink. I should speak. I should heal your wound. I should try, but I don't know how.
You know why I came to have a drink with you? I could sense your sadness. It's written on your face. You tell that sadness where to go. It's not yours. Don't carry it. Enjoy, love, sing, dance today, fall over tomorrow, and the next day start dancing again with a limp.
What about that man? Is he the lost dream?
Everything's a lost dream. Come on. We're going to dance.
I watched her dance. And later I danced too, and all that weight vanished. I'd have liked to stay with her, to tell myself that it was her I was looking for, but that would have been a lie. At dawn, she came with me to the station, and when the train had left the town behind, I felt this emptiness again. I hadn't told her what I was looking for, and there in the train I realized that I didn't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm looking for you.
Where are you?
In a hotel near the river.
Holidays?
Never, ever.
Business.
Yes.
Do you like Kinshasa?
More and more.
Do you come often?
I feel like I'm in an interrogation here. Turn on your camera. You don't look like your photo.
Are you disappointed?
No, not at all. Have you lived here long?
I don't live here.
Where do you live?
Nowhere.
Like me?
Tell me about your nowhere.
No, you liked me. You start.
It's pretty straightforward. I work for an IT multinational. I fix their networks. Today, I'm in Kinshasa. I got here the day before yesterday. Tomorrow, I'll go somewhere else. Last week, I did Lima, Jakarta, Abu Dhabi.
What are you running away from?
Nothing. The money's good. What are you running away from?
The everyday. Going through the motions, smiling in the photo. So I've arranged things that I'm always on the road, like you. I own up to it, though. I don't know how to lie.
I'm not lying either.
You're hiding from yourself. I was no different at your age.
At my age?
You're younger than me.
How old are you?
However old you think I am.
40?
I'll settle for that. Must be a good camera. How old are you?
37.
I don't remember that age. I don't know what I was doing, where I was, who I was with. After 28, it was all over.
Oh, well, and before?
I was implicated in a money laundering scandal. I went to jail.
Why, is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been around the block?
It's not true. I made it up for you. Do you like this city?
I don't know.
I love it. Takes me straight into another dimension. People look at me here. In other cities, I'm forgotten, blanked. Here, I feel like I exist.
A weird place to spend Christmas, though, eh?
Haven't you got a family?
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 kids.
And you're not spending Christmas with them?
No, I'm working. They're with their mother. I don't see them much. We separated a long time ago.
I'm not surprised. Who could stand all that absence?
A woman like you.
What I can't stand is presence. Absence is my element.
You never had a family?
Yes. When I was a girl. I lived on an island in the far north of Canada. It used to snow all the time. I used to look at those vast white expanses and I'd rewrite my story on them. I'd imagine that I wasn't my parents' daughter. I was the daughter of an exiled Tsarina, kidnapped to punish my parents, given over to this ordinary family on this island where nothing happened. And then my father left. We never saw him again. My mother went downhill, alcohol, depression, pills. I watched her destroying herself. I wanted to save her, but we can't save our mothers. They won't let themselves be saved by their own children. When I understood that, I left for another continent and I never saw my mother again.
Don't you want to?
I haven't got the guts. I'm afraid of seeing her old. And also, my mother still dreams. She imagines that I lead an exceptional life. If I actually turned up in front of her, I'd kill her fantasy. She lives my dream. That's pretty good. The main thing is not to lie to yourself.
I don't know. I deal in the concrete, you know. I fix things. It's tiring. When your body's tired, your mind's calm. I don't ask myself these questions. What do you do for work? What's your work?
Architecture. I do big projects, 3 or 4 sites on the go at once. I live in hotels, but I love this life. You know, it's so full. I wouldn't change a thing.
You hear that?
Where?
On this chat.
Yeah, well, we're both here. But we don't really know where each other are. I mean, I might be on the other side of the world.
But you are here.
Here. Can you tell?
Like I said, I don't know how to lie. I'm in Kinshasa, Congo River, Hotel Kosminski.
Guess what? Me too.
Is that true?
Why would I lie? What room?
1403.
Riverview?
Road.
Come round to mine then, 3423.
I'm sitting at the back of the room, behind the stenographer. That way, I've got your profile, the nape of your neck, your earring hanging down. I'd like to get close to smell your perfume, but I don't dare move. In your robe, you look like some big black eagle. I'm waiting for you to speak. You're defending an old man who's committed a crime of passion at 90 years old. If I saw it in a film, I wouldn't believe it. I wait. I wait for a gesture that will tell me everything about you. I'm here to uncover the truth of you, or the lie. You're here to do the opposite. The court retires. You go out. You pass right by me. I try to make eye contact, but you keep looking straight ahead. I go out after you. We cross the foyer. We go outside. You take out a cigarette. I take out a cigarette. I light it. You don't. You want a light?
Yes, thanks. I lose everything all the time.
I know the feeling.
Thanks.
Is this the first day?
Sorry?
The first day of the trial?
No, it's last.
How many have there been?
3.
That's pretty long.
Are you a journalist?
No.
Law student?
No, I'm just here out of curiosity. Lying. What do I say? That I'm here because of you. That I was 5 hours in a train to get to this damp town that I can't even find on a map. That it's your name that brought me here. That for months my life has revolved around a name.
What are you curious about? The law or crimes of passion?
Neither. About you?
Me?
Your look slices through my body.
So I make you curious.
You? I mean, lawyers.
Are you a sociologist?
No, absolutely not.
So, what do you do?
Lots of things. I don't know.
What are you doing now?
I'm studying some more.
Studying what?
I'm doing a master's in philosophy, but it's not like philosophy. I applied to do medicine in Cambridge, but I didn't get in. 2 years in a row. Went to university anyway. Now I'm doing a master's in hospital management and medical ethics, so Yeah.
But lawyers interest you.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I don't want to know anything. I just want to understand.
Understand what?
How you can defend the indefensible. Smile? A superior, haughty, pretentious smile. I prefer the other Anna Halpern. She was more humane. You're a block of ice.
I get that question 10 times a day. I don't want to be cruel, but it's a cliche. Everything is defensible, or it should be. This old man, for example, no record of violence, not even a driving offense, an exemplary life, and then at 90, he goes off the rails. Crime of passion. He doesn't remember anything. He's in denial. He loved the woman passionately. He just wasn't built to manage his emotions. That's all. So, who are we to judge? Have you ever loved someone so much you can't breathe?
No, but I don't think...
When I met this man, I understood. We are never completely safe. You can lose control at any moment. It's human. So, yes, I'm here to defend his right to be human.
But killing isn't human.
Didn't say it was. But it is human to understand. His crime has already condemned him. He's lost the wife he loved. Now, have you ever seen the monster that's hidden inside you? He's looked it in the eye. He's still doing it. So what's the point of him ending his days behind bars? We should go back.
I stand in the car park on my own. Your words have made me giddy. I can feel your energy in my body. This body that's starting to walk into the courtroom sitting behind you. You get up to make your closing argument. You speak about the violence of love, about what we don't understand, what we can't understand, what scares us. You speak about the monster inside ourselves that we don't want to see, but that one day awaits to take possession of us. You speak, and then at the end, you cry. The court retires to deliberate, and I leave with you. I came here to meet you.
Do you know me?
Yes, I think so. My father died 6 months ago, and in his things I found a woman's handbag. There was an electoral card, registration card inside. It had your name on it. You're the second Anna Halpern I've met. You're the right age. Did you know my father?
Halpern is my husband's name. I've had it for 10 years. Why are you doing this?
To understand.
Sometimes there's nothing to understand.
I have to know what happened.
Might not be anything to know.
Why would a man hang onto a woman's electoral card for 20 years?
I don't know. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm here to defend the right to lie.
Sometimes I can't even look people in the eye because all I can see is their lies. It's unbearable.
You didn't tell me your name.
Clara.
A lie can be a cornerstone, Clara. Leave things as they are.
She went back into the room. I followed her. The court reached its decision. The accused was guilty only of inflicting injuries which led to death. The sentence, 7 years. He'll die in prison with his monster. But Anna succeeded in proving that he hadn't killed in cold blood, out of a desire to punish. Anna This, Anna, had given him back his humanity. I watched her from a distance before I left the room. Her eyes were shining. And I said to myself that I'd like to be like this woman. I'd like to have something to defend. In the train, I typed your name into my phone and started looking through more profiles of strangers. At a documentary festival on the top of a mountain somewhere, someone was showing a film about Anna Halpern.
Bonjour.
Are you French?
No.
Oh. Where are you?
Tokyo.
Ah, do you live there?
I'm passing through.
What you do?
Why does everyone ask that? Why do we always ask the same question? We should just fill out a form. It would be easier.
What are you looking for?
Nothing. I'm observing.
Oh, you're observing.
Yes. I'm observing you.
I know. You're a scientist. Sociologist? Shrink? You're in Tokyo at a conference on how the virtual world is bringing about changes to interpersonal relationships.
You're funny.
Oh, God, I wonder how long I'm going to last with you.
Oh, you're going to swipe me, are you?
No, you're the one that might do that.
I'm not in a hurry. It's the middle of the night. I can't sleep. It must be midday there. At this hour, it's just wall-to-wall losers in Europe waving their cocks in front of their webcams. You're a change of scenery.
What is a woman like you doing on here?
What's a man like you doing on here?
I'm trying to improve my French. Someone said that this would be the ideal place to do it, but French speakers are very difficult to find, or at least ones that want to speak with me. So I'm on here talking with you in English. Your turn.
That's very honest. It's a long time since I met anyone straightforward.
You're avoiding the question.
No. I don't know why I'm here. I wake up and I don't know where I am. The past catches up with me at night and I can't be doing it with it anymore.
Are you afraid?
Oui. If I say it in French, it's like I didn't say it. Go on, swipe me. Move on to someone else.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
When you're in love, you don't swipe, you stay, right?
Wrong. When you're in love, you get out of there.
Sometimes things work out, you know.
Are things working out for you?
No, they were before.
Where are you? Are you at home?
Yeah.
Show me your house. I never see real houses. I live in hotels.
Well, always.
I'm always on the move.
What is it that you do?
Art dealer. Oh, see? I can't lie to you. I never usually tell people what I do.
Art dealer, though, that's all right.
Yeah. It's all right. Could be worse.
Do you like it?
I don't ask myself the question. It's what I've always done. It's what my husband did. He taught me everything. He died and I carried on my own.
You had children?
A daughter. Show me your house.
Oh, okay. Well, it's my garden. I'm in the front room.
You grow vegetables?
Yeah. My wife does all that.
Where's she?
She's on holiday with the kids.
What about you?
Well, yeah, I'm here. I couldn't get away.
Why not?
I'm working.
What do you do?
I'm a principal private secretary at one of the ministries.
Wow.
I could have lied, but I can't lie to you either. See?
Yeah, but I don't understand. Don't principal private secretaries ever take holidays? Why don't you go away with them?
Well, it's complicated. We're not really together anymore, and she's got someone, and yeah, he's meeting them. Over there.
Hold on. Another man is going on holiday with your family.
Pretty much, yes.
Why don't you split up? Oh, yes, I see. When you love someone, you stay, right?
It's not great.
You're doing it for the kids?
No, we both need it. I mean, she's in politics too. She's running for the elections, and it's better like this. Shall I show you the bedrooms?
No, it's all right.
Do you come to London often?
Never. It's the only city where I won't set foot. I left 28 years ago. I'll never go back.
Why?
That city hurt me.
How can a city hurt you?
I lived in London for 10 years, and the build-up of suffering was so intense, I had to get out.
Where does your daughter live?
What daughter?
You said you had a daughter.
I don't have any children. I lied.
Your face fills the whole screen. I look at it and think I'd like to age like you have. But I'm not here to look for a role model. I'm here to heal this wound that opened up on the day I found your things in my father's cellar. Never die before you've tidied up your cellar. I can't follow your story. All I know is that you fled the world 25 years ago. You took refuge in the countryside, in a farm, and you started to grow what you needed to live. You're self-sufficient and completely off-grid. Invisible. Invincible. What are you hiding, Anna? After your documentary's finished, everyone goes for a meal. I make sure I'm sitting next to you. There's a joint going round. Walls come down in my head. I'm not going to be a nice, polite girl this time. What did you do before?
Before
you ran away?
I didn't run away.
Well, you did. A bit.
No.
So? What did you do?
I wasted my time. Every couple of years, I changed direction while I waited to find my place in society. And then one day I got fed up. I didn't want to work to pay the rent anymore. I realized I didn't need anyone to assign me a place. I could take my own place. I went off and lived in the country.
Did you go on your own?
No.
With a lover?
With a woman.
Is she still?
She stuck it up for 7 years. After that, she wanted children. You know, with women, it always revolves around children.
You say women like you aren't one.
Sometimes I forget that I am.
Did you live on your own after that?
No. There were always people passing through.
Do you think I could stay for a bit?
To do what?
Rest.
Do you live alone?
With my mother.
At your age?
Yeah, at my age.
And what are you doing here?
I came to see your film.
Wow.
All right. I'll cut to the chase. There's a woman from my dad's past who I've got questions about. She's got the same name as you. You'll say it's nothing to do with you. I've heard that before, but I know it's you. I know that's why you got up and left. You can say what you like, but I know.
Hold on. What did you say your name was?
Clara.
Okay, Clara, just breathe, okay?
No.
You really need to take a break.
Oh yeah, go on. That's fine. Tell me how to live my life.
Look, what do you want? 5 times in the same sentence, you said, I know. So if you know so much, what are you doing here? I mean, what are you looking for? Can you just stop for a moment and listen to what's going on around you? Not everything is in your head.
I stopped. It was the first time I'd done that. For a few long seconds, there was just silence. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I met your smile.
Bit old for teenage angst. Come on, let's have a beer and you can tell me your story.
I told you everything. I told you about the moment I found the bag at the bottom of a trunk. I gave it a shake, and loads of weird objects fell to the floor. A baby's dummy, some pebbles, a ring, a handkerchief with the initials AH on it, the electoral registration card with your name. I told you about my research online, the number of times I've typed the name Anna Halpern, the list of profiles, my travels, the 2 other Annas. You listened without taking your eyes off mine.
I could tell you that I knew him. I could tell you that we were lovers. It lasted a while and then it came to an end. I left that old bag in his house. Go back to fetch some registration card? Ridiculous. There was nothing in the bag. There was nothing in the whole fleeting affair. I could tell you that. But you don't need that. I don't know your father. Our paths never crossed. I could also tell you that it's pointless to carry on with this mission of yours. There must be 1,000 Anna Halperns. It'll be a whole lifetime finding them. And what for? It's not your story. But I won't say that. You go on. Go around the world and find everyone on your list of Annas, if it helps. Sometimes the road is more interesting than the destination.
You carried on talking. Tears started flowing. I let them. We finished our joint.
Can I ask you a question, Clara?
Yeah.
Why don't you talk to your mother? She might know what you want to find out.
My mother doesn't talk about the past.
All right. But this stuff looks a lot like your present.
There's no way.
Try.
It should be...
No, you don't know what it would be.
I don't want to upset her.
You're upsetting her already. Always away, all this traveling around, things you won't talk about.
No, I can't.
Why not?
I want to save her the worry.
Can't save our mothers from anything, Clara, and they can't save us.
Why?
Don't think about your mother. She'll be all right without you.
I stayed at the farm for a few days. I slept a lot. My nerves calmed down. We didn't talk much. The really important stuff was behind us. I bought my ticket to Berlin on the last evening. It was a last-minute decision.
I've missed you.
I will see him.
Sometimes the words don't come, you know.
I know. I'm starting to get to know you. Where are you?
Berlin.
We're on the same continent for the first time. We could meet.
We could, but we won't.
Why not?
It's not you, it's me.
I know, but I want to know why.
This is why I've gone off Europe. You're always explaining everything. Why? Why? Because this is how I feel.
Yeah, but when we spoke last, and when I told you about my accident, when you realized that I was stuck in a wheelchair, you just hung up straight away, and I didn't hear from you for months.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Sorry lets people do horrific things. People kill, and then they say sorry. Oh wow, you're still there. This is progress. Before you would have hung up. Come on, look at me, Anna. Look at me. Face me. Come on. I like a fight.
I left because I couldn't look at you in that wheelchair. For the first time, hearing you talk about what happened, I felt guilty. I made a choice to throw myself into the void. With you, it was an accident, and that's not fair, you know?
I made a choice as well, Anna. Thank you very much. That's the thrill of it, being ready to risk your life for a moment of liberty.
But I wasn't looking for liberty. I was looking for death.
Wait, what are you talking about?
That summer afternoon, 13th of July, 1993, I was walking along the street. I got to this bridge and the sun was coming down, and all the passers-by, everyone's skin was glowing in this red light. It was so beautiful. I didn't think for a second. I was so full of emotion. My body reacted of its own accord. I jumped. I jumped. I didn't look back. I just jumped. I remember the sensation so clearly, just, being an empty body, free from fear, waiting, love. I woke up a few hours later by some industrial estate. The current had taken me way out of town. I felt good, like a newborn who knew all the rules already. I slept outside. But the next morning I felt terrible. I was so ashamed I couldn't go back to my life. I hitchhiked. I got to Dover, got on a boat. I got on the first train south and stopped in Madrid. I didn't have anything. My purse was empty and I had to beg to buy enough to eat.
Why?
Why? What? Why did I jump, or why did I run away?
Yeah, why did you jump?
There was too much love. It was too heavy for me to carry it all. Now, I've tried to explain what I did for so long. I can't really.
Okay, what about all the people that you left behind?
There weren't many. My mother, I hadn't seen her since I'd left, so she didn't know anything about my life in London. I called her from time to time. I still do. The others, they just carried on the way they were.
Didn't anyone look for you?
No. No, I don't think so.
And after that?
I worked in a bar, I learned other languages, and then I did what most women do. I met an older guy, he loved me, it didn't bother me. We got married, and that's it. The past closed over behind me. There. Do you like my story?
Yeah, it sounds so simple when you say it like that.
Have you got any children? We never
No.
talked about that.
No, I haven't, and I won't be able to. It's fine by me.
Is there anyone who made you want to have a child?
Yeah, a long time ago, there was a woman that I loved. She was too strong for me. I always felt that if we split up, then she'd be fine and I wouldn't. And so I did everything to prove myself wrong. And yeah, I succeeded in destroying her when I left.
I'm sorry. Look, someone keeps trying to get through. 2 seconds.
Where are you?
Kigali.
Profile says Berlin, and I want to see you. What we experienced, it was, I don't know, it was...
Yeah, what we experienced was nice because we knew it was the first and last time. I have to go, Thomas. Simon, bye.
Who's that?
A guy.
What, a lover?
No, just a guy.
Have you got like multiple lovers?
No.
You sure you're not interested?
No, not really.
You're lying.
Of course I'm lying.
I don't need protecting, Anna.
Well, good, because I would be hopeless as your mother.
I'd like to have a mother like you.
Why?
I like strong women.
Well, 2 minutes ago you said the opposite.
No, I was talking about a mother, not a wife. It's not the same thing.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that there are mothers and then there are women, right? Well, what are you going to tell me next? That only mothers deserve respect? That a woman without a child is like some kind of scary monster?
Yeah, women are scary. You have absolute power. You've got the power of life and death. If you decide to stop having children, humanity would just stop.
Do you really think that?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not listening. You're not listening. You just listen to the beginning of the sentence and then you make up the rest. People aren't always trying to have a go at you, Anna. You're at war and you should make peace. Or at least a truce.
I'm walking through Prenzlauer Berg. Less than an hour separates me from you. I couldn't find any photos of you online. Just your name and the address of your consulting firm. Anna Halpern, specialist in audio psychophonology. Platz 3, Berlin. I haven't made up a story. I don't know what I'm going to say. You shake my hand very firmly. Your wedding rings dig into me.
Are you at all familiar with the method?
No.
What's your goal?
Don't answer.
Why have you come to see me?
To learn German.
Do you speak some already?
No.
We're going to do a test. I'm going to send some sounds through these earphones, and I want you to raise your hand every time you hear something.
You put the earphones on my head. You stand by the mixing desk and you turn the knobs. After half an hour, you show me your charts and you talk to me.
What kind of birth did you have?
I don't know.
No problems during labor? You didn't get caught in the umbilical cord? This curve shows that there's a certain kind of sound you're not perceiving. And then here, at around 1 year old in your right ear, the right ear is the mother, I wouldn't say it was a question of abandonment syndrome, but something in that area.
I want to make you shut up. I look at your hands, your manicured nails. You're too perfect. I want to do you damage. I don't want to know who you are.
Don't worry, we'll fix it. The ear retrains itself. In utero, the ear is open to the frequencies of any language, but after a while, the fetus listens to the voice of its mother and molds itself to that frequency. And there are various traumas which can close down our capacity to listen even further. But could you bring me a sample of your mother's voice next time?
I've got it on my phone. I've got her voice. You go with me into a booth. You give me some more earphones. You ask me to repeat what I hear. You close the door. I'm alone. I feel like I'm in danger. I don't understand why. Clara, it's me. Where are you? Call me. I'm worried about you. We need to talk it over. We can't carry on like this. All this silence from you hurts.
Very good. I'm going to change the frequency again. You're going to repeat it again. Just what you can hear.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Everything all right?
Yes, it's just odd hearing you through the headphones.
Okay, here comes the voice on another frequency. All you need to do is listen.
I hear that voice again. And the experience is almost unbearable. You open the door. I'm relieved to see you.
How did that feel?
Like an attack.
Oh, that's strange.
Why?
That distorted voice was close to the perception you'd have had of your mother when you were in her womb. Normally it's soothing, but that's all right. Doesn't mean anything.
Were you born in Germany?
No.
England?
Yes, my father's English.
Why do you live in Berlin?
We moved to Germany when I was 10.
You've never voted in England?
What kind of question is that?
You've never lived in London?
No, I don't understand your questions. Do you want to start?
No. I don't want to start. I'm not going to learn German. I left her surgery without a word. I walked for hours and hours without stopping. I was facing a truth that I'd known for a long time, that I'd always stifled. I walked the streets of Berlin, waiting for the wall to go up again and for me to be stuck somewhere I didn't know. It would be impossible to go back. I called my mother. I heard her voice. I hung up again. I couldn't, not yet. She didn't belong in this whole story. I searched in my phone, found my list. There was one last Anna Halpern who needed looking into, and she was a long way away. I took the leap. I sank everything into that plane ticket, and I felt calmer straight away. All there was in me was the desire to find you.
Oh, vous êtes là depuis longtemps?
Can we speak English?
I thought you wanted to speak French.
Only for a change. I hate people saying vous to me.
Interesting.
I think it's hypocritical. English is much more straightforward like that. There's no politeness, no feminine and masculine, and certainly no masculine getting one over on the feminine.
Interesting.
You keep saying that. It's exhausting.
Then why are you still here?
I like your eyes. Yesterday, I sold a piece by an artist I really like. It's a close-up of the eyes of a young man who's crying. There's no movement in his face at all, just the movement of the tears.
Do you like watching men cry?
Men, women, doesn't make any difference. He was crying my tears. I can't cry anymore.
When was the last time?
Can't remember.
You're lying.
When was your last time?
If I tell you, do you promise to tell me after?
We'll see. I don't make promises.
It's when my mother died. 4 years ago. I hadn't seen her for a long time. And one evening, my brother calls. He says she's in hospital. I went to see her. It was just me and her. And she knew she was going. She said this to me. I've had a beautiful life. Thank you for being a part of it. Don't cry for me. We shouldn't cry when someone dies. We should cry when babies are born. And then she gestured for me to just lay down next to her. She said, come, let's have a little sleep. And so I lay down with my head on her pillow and we just stayed like that for I don't know how long. And that was our last time together. I didn't cry because I was losing her. I cried because of all the years that I'd lost, all the wasted time, the time that I should have spent with her, spent with other people that I loved. What about your mother? Is she still...
I haven't seen her for 33 years. Like you, I was scared. Well, I still am. I can't see her get old. My whole childhood, I wanted to save my mother. I was scared that she might leave, that she might jump off a cliff. I'm actually finally realizing, listening to you, I was scared for me, not for her.
Go and see her. Are you always on the road? Don't you have a family?
I got married once, but it wasn't much like a family, really.
Have you never wanted one?
Ancient history. The student who falls in love with her professor, her married professor. It's all so banal.
But were you together?
7 years.
Did he have children? Is that why?
We don't stay with the people we love. We stay with the people who keep the hearth warm.
How did it end?
In a river.
What?
Yes, it's what you think. In a river. What's that song I can hear?
Oh, I don't know. I think some people are having a picnic.
Where are you?
I'm near a park.
I know what it is. The song. It's my song. He didn't even say goodbye. He didn't take the time to lie, bang, bang. He shot me down, bang, bang. I hit the ground, bang, bang. That awful sound, bang, bang. My baby shot me down.
Does that remind you of him?
No, me. I'm the one who left without saying goodbye.
Interesting.
You're like a student doing a dissertation.
What?
Are you doing a dissertation?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a bit old for that. What is it about?
Virtual encounters.
And this is some kind of observation exercise, is it?
Partly, yes.
Well, I'm not a case study. I'm not a character. I'm real. I exist.
No, look, don't go.
Yeah, you haven't got to the end of your list of questions? Is that it?
No. I'd like to spend some time with you.
I'm too old for this.
I want to see you. I'll get a flight tomorrow.
And your children? And your children? What would you do with them? Your wife?
How do you know I've got a wife?
You told me.
No. Why are you closing us down?
You want to write a novel with me in it? That's lovely. Write it, but do it on your own.
That's what you're doing, right?
It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
You're running away from life.
I'm not running away from life. I'm running away from what would stop me living it.
So what's your life for, Anna?
I look at the people around me. I look at their tired bodies lying on the ground. It's 3 a.m. Looks like the end of the world. The end of history. I can't sleep. I can't get it into my body. I can't read. I can't do anything. I'm stuck on this uncomfortable chair and I'm watching the planes sleeping.
I don't know where I am. I'm looking at myself in the mirror in the toilets and I don't know anything anymore. I panic. I open my bag, a boarding card, St. Petersburg, London, Montreal, St. John's, Fogo Island. Here. It's coming back to me. I'm back where everything started.
No one knows where I am. This will be my last journey. I'm not going any further.
I could leave the airport, take a taxi, and go into town. I could get onto that bridge, stop at the place, look at the surface of the water for a very long time, and I could get lost in the crowd of tourists and I'd be anonymous again. And I won't do that. I'm not running away anymore. I'll come and see you.
I'm not selling my house. You're wasting your time.
You don't recognize me.
Is it you?
It's me.
Come to bury me, have you?
You haven't lost your sense of humor.
Am I laughing?
Will you forgive me one day?
33 years. Do you think that's forgivable?
I wasn't talking about that.
What were you talking about then?
I'm talking about me. For once, I'm standing in front of you and daring to talk about myself. It's taken 33 years to muster the courage to do this. Will you forgive me one day?
I haven't got anything to forgive you for. What are you talking about?
My presence.
I've lived with your absence for 33 years.
Well, what about before that? I left so you could have some room.
I didn't ask you to do that.
You know, one day, a few summers ago, I was in the sea swimming and I went quite a long way out. Suddenly, I found myself in a current pulling me down. An image from the past pushed its way into my head. We were all together. Dad was there and some friends on a beach. I was 2 or 3 and I was crying. I can't remember why. I was rolling around on the ground in front of you. I was yelling and trying to get you to look at me. You didn't acknowledge me at all. You carried on putting on sun cream, laughing and chatting. You didn't look at me once. I think that's my first ever memory a little girl trying to get her mother to look at her. That was my childhood. I was looking for a place next to you, but all the places were taken.
I was always looking for a place too, but I never found one. Someone else always got it. When I was 14, my dad decided I should stop school. He only had enough money to give one child an education. He chose my elder brother. I started work. A year later, my mother died. He ran off with another woman straight away, and I had to look after everything on my own. I was a mother at 15, mother to my brothers. I got married when I was 17 just to escape. Your father had a camera at his house. I started playing around with it. I went everywhere with that thing. People got me to do their weddings, their christenings, to take photos. Once we went to Montreal, me and your father. I loved that city. I wandered around the streets for hours with my camera around my neck. I was free at last. But the first time, the last evening there, I didn't come back to the hotel. I didn't want to go back to Fogo with him. I wanted to be on my own. I lived in Montreal for 3 months. I sold my photos. I slept in cruddy hotels. I met people. I found life. One day, I went back. And on the boat home, I threw my camera into the sea.
Why did you go home?
I was pregnant. Do you want something to eat? I'm hungry.
I should probably go back out, knock on the door, and come back, start over.
It would be the same. It's our life. This is how we lived it.
I'm starting to understand.
You don't understand. I loved you. That's a separate thing. My life, my failures are only mine. My love for you was something different. It was vast. I couldn't cope with that kind of love. You don't choose to love your child. It's just there and you can't explain it. You wouldn't understand that. You've never had a child.
Yes, I have.
In your head, maybe.
I've got a daughter.
Where is she?
I don't know.
What?
I haven't seen her in 23 years.
Well, how old is she now?
25.
What?
I can't explain it. It was one day in summer, everything skidded out of control for me. I don't actually remember it well. I was with her. I was pushing the pram. We crossed the river. She was asleep and she looked peaceful. But like you, I was afraid. I was afraid of not protecting her. I wanted to go away with her, away from the noise of the world. I went up to that balustrade on the bridge to watch the sunset. I lit a cigarette. I took 2 or 3 drags and I jumped. I woke up a few hours later. I couldn't ever come back because I'd lost her. I mean, who would leave a child in the care of a mother who tries to kill herself in front of her? We would have spent our whole life in front of judges. For now, she was just a peaceful child asleep in a pram. I didn't want to spoil her rest. I'm not trying to justify myself. I'm just trying to tell you what happened that day.
And after that, do you know?
Yeah, her father got custody of her. It was our pact. He would acknowledge her if I didn't say anything before he died. He brought her up with his wife, who couldn't have children. I found her online a few years ago. I follow her sometimes. She's all right. She looks happy. She's not like us, Mum. It's all right. The circle had to be broken. Not everyone should be allowed to have a child. Us two. We shouldn't have had one. You should have stayed in Montreal. You should have taken your photos, exhibited them. The world should have had you, not me.
No, Anna. I'm glad I knew you.
Are you?
I am. Do you want something to eat?
Yeah.
Fish pie?
That's my favorite.
I know. I'm not selling my house. You're wasting your time.
That's not why I'm here.
What do you want?
I don't want anything. I'd just like us to talk.
What do you want us to talk about?
The past. Would that be okay?
So young and already stuck on the past?
You have to go through it to be in the present, I believe.
I don't believe anything. If I did, I'd go to church where all the believers go. Something funny?
You are.
I'm not funny. I'm Constance. You?
Clara.
So, Clara. What is it that interests you about the past?
Anna Halpern.
She interests me too.
Does she live here?
More than 30 years ago, she did.
I found this address on the internet.
And this internet is the Bible, is it?
She's your daughter.
And?
I want to know more about her.
Why? What do you want?
I don't want anything. I just like to know her.
Know what exactly?
I want to know about her lie.
Lies are made to be hidden. Don't try to wash any dirty linen that doesn't belong to you.
You know what? I was angry for such a long time, and I didn't know where it came from. I wanted to grab everything, destroy everything. My mother often told me about this one image she had from my childhood. As soon as people weren't looking at me, I'd roll around on the ground crying. I wanted my parents' eyes back on me.
That's how we are. We need someone looking at us to exist. That's how everything starts, even love.
I didn't come here because I wanted to be looked at.
So why did you come?
To get to the end.
I'd like to help you, but I don't know Anna Halpern either. She slipped away from me. I've been trying to know her for 20 years. They should give you an instruction manual when you're pregnant. They teach us how to change nappies, bathe them. Instead of all that, we should just learn how to love our children without trying to know them. All we do our whole lives is try to change them. We want them to be like us, to experience what we missed out on. Or the other way round. We want them to be different. We can't bear the idea that what we see come out of the womb is a mirror. I failed with her. She did too. What comes next? Nobody knows. Do you want a hot chocolate?
Clara.